today's video, I do want to have a look at this Oppo Find N2. It may be a device that you're looking to pick up and you've stumbled across my podcast channel and other channels as well, and you want to make an informed decision as to whether this is the device for you. So in today's video, I'm not going to go into all the specs and boring details, as that will definitely bore you to death. And I just want to give a flavour of what it's like to use over the last, say, 3 months on a daily basis. In terms of specs and everything, you may be pleased to know that I have covered this device in greater detail on my main channel on Solar Tech. And obviously here on my podcast channel, I just like to try to be a bit more relaxed about whatever products that I've covered on my main channel on Solar Tech. And on that channel, yes, I've probably made about 15 plus videos covering various aspects of this Oppo Find N2. And just to prove my point, so these are all on my main channel on Solar Tech. So it should be me there. To head over there. So you can see here, starting off with this gold standard one. So you can see a quick unboxing video. That's really interesting. And then I did a quick overview between the Oppo Find N2 and the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. Here, this eBay one, this is how I purchased the device. I purchased the Oppo Find N2 through eBay. Then if we move along here, so you can see this one is first impressions, and then here you can see this is the Oppo pen. I purchased that from Giztop, and there you see I cover the features of the Oppo pen there. Then I go into the customization of this device, again, and also the optimization. Again, all of these are there, and then I cover with the Google Pay aspect, and I won't spoil it for you. If you head over there, you can see whether it doesn't accept Google Pay or not. And look, you can determine how much Chinese writing's in the device, and whether you can delete Chinese icons. Look at this, cover the private safe, which is very much like Samsung's secure folder. Again, really good. It stores not only photos and videos, also stores documents. Again, really useful, and again keeps those items away from prying eyes. Then I go into the battery charge. Look at this. See, so I think I've covered this extensively, and as I'd like to quote that, I think I'm the one-stop channel for the Oppo Find N2. Look, whether it has emojis or not, cover cameras. Then I did a 1-month review, so you can see very in-depth. Then I cover some cool tips and tricks. Okay, and then here the photo gallery app features, and then I go into the Oppo pen again, so you can see I think I've covered this device extensively. Now, as you can see, the top one there, that is my full review. That is actually going out on the, as it states there, on the 19th of September. So, which will be before this video that you are watching is released. So you can see I've covered it extensively. And if we go to the shorts, I think, yeah, so I've covered some, here we go. This one is a very interesting shorts video, really interesting indeed. I'm not just saying it because I'm trying to promote it, but yeah, again, I won't give that away. See, I've got the Oppo pen, and then the I think this one's a slight unboxing as well, so you can see. So I think I'm qualified to say that I've covered the Oppo Find N2 in great detail. All right, so back to the device itself. One thing I really like about this device, and again, sometimes it's always difficult to tell on camera, and that is that this device, and look, if you shove it like this, look at that, you can seamlessly, whatever you're watching on the inside display will be on the outer display, and vice versa. So again, really, really nice, really simple. So the first thing to know about this device is that it is small. It may be difficult to pick it up on camera. And again, it's not like, for example, your iPhone or Samsung, where you can just go down to your local store and see it. So I definitely would tell you that this is small. For me, it's really compact. I just love everything about this device. What I will do is go into the cons about this device a little later, just some things that you should be aware of, because I do like to give a balanced review on anything that I review on my channel. So again, the hardware definitely screams premium, beautiful, love it. And then also it has it has a SIM tray where you can put 2 SIM cards, so you can use one for personal, one for work, or if you're going on way, personal one, and then one for holiday. Put a holiday SIM in. Really nice. Again, love this device. Love this back here. There's no fingerprints on it at all. Really, really nice. Obviously, the front is definitely a fingerprint magnet for sure. There's no doubt about that. Again, I love how compact this is. So it will fit in any jacket, trouser, shorts. I've taken it out with me when I've gone for a jog, and I've had no issues with it whatsoever. Yes, again, it'll fit in ladies' bags, and depending on some purses, I think it'll probably fit quite neatly in there too. I just love it, and the fact that you open it out and it's a little tab is it's just this for me is really nice. I really love it. And then obviously it folds flat. That's another selling point for me. Obviously now the Z Fold 5, now finally after 5 iterations, Samsung have acknowledged that yeah, it should fold flat, so you shouldn't get any debris inside the device at all. Okay, the other thing obviously you've got in terms of the hardware, obviously you've got 2 bottom firing speakers here. Sometimes you may, depending if you have it, say for example, say you have it this way round, then you could cover it. But again, if you have it, I don't mind. The sound is still good. You get Dolby Atmos. Sound is really good. No issues with it whatsoever. The other thing to note is the crease. So if I can show that to you. I mean, yeah, I mean, I have to say it really is minimal. I don't even notice it. The other thing with this device, which you may not be aware of, is the presentation. It really is second to none. There's no other way to describe it. It really is. It's just, it honestly puts the likes of Apple, Google, and Samsung to shame. That they'll sell you an expensive device and you barely get anything inside it. As I've showed in one of the early videos, Chinese phones like the Oppo Find N2, they are like the gold standard when it comes to unboxing. I really feel that they look after their customers for sure. Okay, in terms of the cameras, you have 5 on here, you have 1 on there, you have 1 on the top left there. I can show that to you, yeah. And then obviously you have 3 cameras on the back. And what you can also do is you can, if I can do it here, what you can do is go to the camera section, and then if you just, if I remember correctly, tap on here, flip over, and look at that. Can use the rear-facing cameras. I'll switch it back now. The rear-facing cameras to take selfie photos and videos. Can you get better quality for that? So in terms of the photos and videos this takes, let's just have a look at some samples. As you just saw, this device does take some really nice photos and videos. And whilst we're talking about the cameras, let's just quickly go into the cameras section, just have a quick whiz around. So you've got the carousel there, you've got night, video, photo, portrait, and then if we go into the more section, look at that, you've got 12 extra options there. I haven't used all of these. What I can say is I do like the dual view video option. That is my favorite. In fact, let me just go back in there and see if I can show it to you. Okay, you've got some options here. What I really like about this is when you go within this section here, I'm trying to do it from behind the camera, which is not the easiest. So if I just tap on this option here, so look at this. I can see, so you see there, I'm in the round. So if I tap on the rectangle, that's what it looks like. And then if I tap on this one, that says split. There you go. So you got that. Yeah, you got that option. So again, I think that's pretty cool, to be honest. Yeah, I do like that. That's my favorite camera setting within this device. So again, so even within the dual video option, you've got the 3 options there. So again, really nice. And in terms of shooting video, you can shoot video on the rear facing cameras at a maximum of 4K at 60 frames per second, and on the inner camera and the selfie camera at the front, you can shoot video up to a maximum of 1080p at 30 frames per second. Again, really nice really nice all-round cameras. Yeah, do like that. And the other thing I really like about this device, and again was the selling point over the Samsung Galaxy device, is the ability to be able to use this front outer display. This is what I've been screaming for Samsung to come up with, because this is just, is it pocketable? Very manageable. It's beautiful. You can watch things on here, and the beauty of this, the USP for me is this, the ability to be able to type on this outer display. So if I just type on here, look at that. It is a real joy. That keyboard, really nice. Love it, really do. Oh, really nice. Really love the ability to do this. Whereas on the Samsung Galaxy Fold series, it's just too narrow, way too narrow. You make so many mistakes. In terms of software, this device comes with ColorOS 13 with Android 13 on top. And in terms of accessing your apps from the Play Store, there should be no issues whatsoever. Again, I've had no issues in the 3 months that I have had this device. And I've purchased other Chinese phones, which, like this one, have come with the Google Play Store and Google Mobile Services pre-installed. So again, you're good to go and should not have any issues whatsoever. As I mentioned earlier, this device does come with a stylus, and it's not as advanced as the Samsung one, but it does do the basics really well. And again, won't spoil it for you if you watch the video on some of the features on it. I think you may be impressed with some of the things that it does do. Because for me, I just think it's a shame to have a foldable device and you cannot write on it. So for me, any foldable device that I have must have stylus support. And again, this does it well. And yes, you do have to purchase it separately. Again, as you saw, I do cover how I purchased mine, the whole buying process from start to finish. So again, allaying any fears whatsoever. In terms of features, this just does a lot of things. I mean, you can customize a lot of things here. Look, your wallpapers, icons, widgets. If I had to cover it in a video, probably at least an hour long. That just shows you, look, things like here, You can move this around here, so again, really customizable. Again, I cover all of this in greater detail on my main channel on Solar Tech. So again, so many things you can do. Again, you can do, obviously you can have two apps split side by side, which is really nice. The only problem is you can only have them vertical, you cannot have them horizontal. And with the always on display, you can launch the camera, calculator, the recorder if you need to do something very quickly. Really good. Again, all of these things I'm talking about very loosely, cover them much more in depth on my main channel on Solar Tech. Also, you have hand gestures here, so you can use hand gestures to, like, I think answer calls, mute calls, and so forth. Again, this thing, it does pack a punch. It really does. It may seem like a really small device, but it is really, really powerful. Now, I did mention earlier that I was going to mention the cons. Things will not, I mean, again, things will be different for everybody, but a couple of things you should certainly take note of if this is a device that you're looking to purchase. The first thing is that you will need to get used to the fact that there are Chinese writing, characters, and apps on this device. So if you look here, so look, you see some Chinese characters or icons there, and then if you go further, you'll see some more sort of along there and so forth. What I have found with some of these Chinese apps and icons is that the majority of them you cannot delete. However, you can delete some of them, thus reducing the bloatware just by a little bit. So look, as I was saying here, so you've got some Chinese characters and some of these apps as well, they will be in Chinese. The other thing to note is if you look at this wallet one here, so yeah, you'll see that one is in Chinese, but I do cover it in a separate video where you can get one that's in English. Yeah, not to be, you can get the, did I download it here? I thought I had downloaded the English version, but anyway, I do cover it on my main channel, so don't be alarmed. Again, so ones like here, music, so again you'll see some Chinese, there you go, see some Chinese writing, so it's not going to be English music that you'll be purchasing as such. The other thing to be mindful of is that this device, as lovely as it is and it's as premium as it is, it doesn't have a water rating. So again, if there's rain or whatever, just you will need to be very careful. The last con I have with this device is that it does not have wireless charging, although that is compensated by the fact that it does have a 67 watt charger, so you can be up and running with maybe 10, 15, 20 minute charge. So just to finish off, the other cool thing you have with this device is that you do get your Google feed. So again, like I said, everything is working as normal. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. My name is Shola. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another episode. Peace.